Hello, children. Today, let me tell you the story of the magical paintbrush. Once upon a time, in a small sunny village, there lived a poor boy who loved to draw. His name was Ishaan, and though he had no paints or paper, he never stopped sketching. He drew animals with sticks in the sand, flowers with charcoal on walls, and birds with his fingers in the dust. The villagers would often stop and smile at his little creation. They were simple, yet full of life. One night, as Ishaan lay under the stars, a kind old sage appeared in his dream. "Ishaan," said the sage, "your heart is pure and your hands are skilled. I give you this magic paintbrush. Anything you paint will come to life. But remember, it only works when your heart is kind." Ishaan awoke with the paintbrush clutched in his small hands, and he couldn't wait to try it. The next morning, he began gently. He painted a bowl of rice for an elderly woman who had nothing to eat. To his delight, the rice jumped from the page into her hands. The villagers gasped in wonder. Smiling, Ishaan painted a plough for the forgetful farmer, a loaf of bread for the singing baker, and a coat for the shivering child. Everywhere he went, life and laughter followed his brush. Word of the magical paintbrush reached the emperor in a distant palace. But this emperor was not cruel. He was merely curious and impatient, always seeking ways to make his life more exciting. He summoned Ishaan with great fanfare, expecting mountains of gold and treasures to appear at a single stroke. Ishaan bowed politely. "Your Majesty," he said, "this brush works best when it is used to help others." The emperor frowned. "But I wish for gold and jewels." Ishaan dipped his brush in water and painted a mountain of gold coins. But when the emperor reached to grab them, they melted into ordinary stones. He tried again, and the same thing happened. Each attempt ended with laughter from Ishaan and a gentle shake of his head. Finally, the emperor sat down, tired and curious. "Tell me, young Ishaan," he said, "why does it not work for me?" Ishaan smiled. "Your Majesty, this brush listens only to kind hearts. Gold and jewels may please, but they do not bring happiness. See how joy spreads when we paint for others." To demonstrate, Ishaan painted a vast orchard around the palace, trees heavy with fruits, birds singing in the branches, and a flowing river bringing water to the nearby villages. The villagers danced, the children laughed, and the emperor could not help but join in the delight. By the end of the day, the emperor had learned something far more valuable than gold. He thanked Ishaan and promised to share kindness and happiness in his own way. Ishaan, in turn, packed his brush and set off toward another village, eager to paint new adventures and help wherever he went. And so, Ishaan's magic paintbrush continued to bring smiles to everyone it touched, teaching that true magic comes not from treasures or wealth, but from a kind heart and a little imagination. As Ishaan wandered under the stars once more, he whispered to himself, "Whatever I paint becomes real, but only when my heart is kind." And in that gentle night, the world seemed a little brighter, as though it had been painted by a loving hand. Sai Hira Bal.